Good morning, students. Today we are going to start our English literature book, and in our English literature we are going on chapter number 3. Chapter number 3, and the chapter number 3 is the Trojan horse. Okay, students, and today I will give you a model reading. After that, I will explain the lesson. Okay, student. So first, open the lesson 3, the Trojan horse, and today I will give you a model reading. Okay, students, open the page number 19. Students, when you have read the chapter, whenever you have read the chapter, there are many difficult words, so you have to underline in your book. Okay, जब आप रीडिंग करते हैं बहुत से डिफिकल्ट वर्ड्स आते होंगे जो आप रीड नहीं कर पाते हैं, उसे आप अंडरलाइन करिए, एक पेज में नोट डाउन करके आप हमें सेंड करिए, हम आपको उसका प्रोनाउंसिएशन सेंड करेंगे. ओके स्टूडेंट्स, students, open the English literature book, lesson 3, the Trojan horse. Okay, let's read and enjoy. In olden days, there were many small countries in Europe. Often these countries fought amongst themselves for very small reasons. Two such countries were Greece and Troy. They were neighbors, but quite often they were engaged in bloody wars against each other. During one such war, the Greeks invaded Troy and tried to capture the city. In those days, King Priam was the ruler of Troy. He had constructed high walls all around the city. So, in spite of their efforts, the Greeks could not enter into the city. At last, they cordoned off the city and put up their camps outside the walled city. The siege continued for 10 long years, but the Trojans had enough provision for food and other necessary supplies, so they were in no trouble at all. At last, when the Greeks lost all hopes of capturing the city, they decided to go back. But their commandant was very intelligent person. As a last attempt, he thought upon a plan. He asked his men to build a large wooden horse. It was hollow from inside. When the horse was built, he put some of the best soldiers inside its belly. Then he ordered to set fire to their camps and pretended to leave the place with all his soldiers and ships. However, he left the horse beside the burning tents. Next morning, as the Trojans looked out towards the great camps of the Greeks, which had stood there for so many years, they could not believe their own eyes. They rubbed their eyes in disbelief and looked again. The Greeks have indeed gone, they cried in joy. Their camps lie in ashes, and there is neither a single man nor a huge ship to be seen. But there in the midst of the ruins stand a big wooden horse, the like of which we have never seen before. They said. The jubilant Trojans flung open the gate and came out in large numbers, laughing and shouting in their joy that the Greeks were gone at last. They came to the ruined camps and stood gazing out the huge wooden horse that stood in the middle of ruins. Soon a fierce argument broke out among the Trojans as to what should be done with the horse. Some of them wanted to take it inside the city, while some others wanted to throw it into a sea. After a long argument, it was decided to take the wooden horse inside. They dragged it across the plain, but when they reached the gate of the city, the horse proved too big to enter through it. They pulled down a section of the wall and brought the wooden horse into the middle of Troy. That night the Trojans feasted in their joy that the great war was over and the Greeks had really gone. They ate, drank, and danced on the streets. Even the soldiers also joined in the merrymaking. At last, worn out the excitement and celebration, they fell asleep, leaving a few guards by the wall and the gates. Inside the huge wooden horse, the Greek soldiers were sitting, waiting and alert. When the first light of morning came, they undid the bolts and opened the door from inside the horse. By and by, they came down on the street. There was nobody on the road, and the guards near the gate of the wall were also fast asleep. They killed the guards without any resistance and opened the gates for their army, who had sailed back to Troy in the dead of night. And the Greeks captured Troy virtually without any resistance. Okay, students, today we have completed the model reading. And students, you have to read this chapter and underline the hard words in your book. The words which are difficult in reading, you have to underline it. Okay, students?